Hello everyone. Today we will present a portfolio of evidence capture one about the digital economy on education in Indonesia. For the name of our member, there's me, Dika Vela, and my partner, Anissa Rahmasani. The digital economy on education in Indonesia, the technological developments that are increasingly massive in the current digital area provides components, one of which it is the world of education. With digital technology, it is easier to learn. Moreover, now people are increasingly aware that digitalization of education is a must because for the sake of implementing education, 4.0, which describes various ways to integrate cyber technology, both physically and not in learning. In this digital area, a very effective paradigm in learning is needed by making changes of reform in learning in order to find new ways that are more effective in learning.
Educational technology in Indonesia. Since the COVID-19 pandemic, many activities have been restricted. The government has forced a policy of physical distancing to minimize the spread of COVID-19, so that is in changed to digital. Learning in technology has indeed been implemented in the last few years in the education system in Indonesia. Learning activities are carried out online, but it doesn't reduce educators to be actively involved in providing learning. Even though only online, many educators are made easier as in giving grades. Through digital students, grades can be corrected automatically so that the results of assignment immediately appear. With this, the role of educators can be helped because of the system. Besides that, with digital, the provisions of materials can also be provided easily so that students can learn easily because it can be filled via the internet. Then look for keywords from the information they want to find so that all students can learn anywhere, anytime, and from anyone. Although the pandemic is not over yet, learning activities are still running to online classes. Teachers can provide material briefing through available platforms such as Zoom, Google Meet, and so on. Quintal.id. What is Quintal.id? Quintal is a startup company that was pioneered in 2015 as an integrated information and management system software for school. The goal is to assist a school in Indonesia in managing administration in academic and student fields. A product made for school management system to serve schools in Indonesia. They also have a vision to become one of the best digital-based service providers in the field of education. Their mission is to provide the best features and provide the best service to clients from Quintal itself.
How do they get the data? Based on the result of our interview with the founder of Quintal.id, they explained that their company system is B2B, which if we analyze them, they are facilitator for the school that are their client. The way the data is collected is that client from Quintal.id, which are schools, will input the data from their students. Then each client will be sent by several PAC or people who are responsible for the client. The PC serves as an intermediary between Quintal.id and the client who will communicate to the school, such as school administration, which will later provide data to the system setup. The data that has been obtained is not much reanalyzed because for the processing of the data, it's a client who inputs the data. Then after they input the client that the data the client data itself, they can log into the Quintal.id application and can view past data, teacher, and lessons. How is data analyzed and provided for insight? The data that has been obtained is not much analyzed because for the processing of the data, it is a client who inputs the data. Then after they input the client data itself, they can log into the Quintal.id application and can review test data, feature, and lessons. Quintal.id also has a school data team that provides the data and then the system is set up. There are two kinds of systems that are set up. The first is from the client who inputs the data, then the second is based on the existing curriculum data. Because the system from Quintal.id makes a feature, namely the provision of final grades, it requires analysis of grade book and report card. So there are several things from Quintal.id who specialize in analyzing assignment based on the applicable curriculum. Therefore, they can find out the excitement system of the applicable curriculum, then they will analyze it and will implement it into the system. So that when the client enters the value of the final assignment, the calculation becomes correct.
What was the result? As a result of the data they have obtained and processed, clients from Quintal can use the Quintal application to serve as a digital-based facility for the learning process. In the future, Quintal itself will develop an application based on the same as the one they previously made, but with a simpler efficient version so that anyone can use this application for free but with the same features. So that's all we can present. Thank you and stay safe.
Emang juga udah dipakai gitu, masukin nilai. Cuman kalau sekarang mungkin lebih banyak lah penggunaannya gitu bisa dibilang. Itu ya. Cuman kayak kita gini yang lokal gitu ya daripada software dari luar negeri. Karena software dari luar negeri